What's up, YouTube? It's the Action Figure Grader coming back to you with a quick look at the Mandalorian Incinerator Trooper. This is the Walmart exclusive that just arrived earlier today, and I thought you guys would like to take a quick look at him. I don't take them off the card, so if you'd like to see them articulated and things like that, you can certainly check out other channels, but I thought that given how difficult this is to find right now in the United States, Walmart seems to have some supply issues, or the U.S. is just getting their supply of these incinerator troopers last. They're already out in the UK and Canada and Australia, but my pre-order for this item was delayed by a month, and they're scheduling now, I think, for the end of January. So I did find this one from a Canadian seller. I didn't pay much more over what the retail price is, so I went ahead and bought it and canceled my Walmart orders. And I'll talk more about that a little bit later. But I do want to show you guys this because it's an awesome figure. And I love the card art on this. Boss Bounty and a few others have mentioned how they think that this is a drawing and not an actual scene from The Mandalorian. And I think that he's probably right on that. It looks like it's kind of an artist rendition or a rendering of some sort. But it looks awfully cool. I love the red paint apps on this guy. He just looks awfully nice. He's got this shoulder pauldron with this kind of webbing that goes around the chest. And I give Hasbro some credit because they could have just included the accessory or the weapon and called it a day. But the fact that they went to the trouble of actually molding that flame, I think was a great choice, given that this is a store exclusive. But just an absolutely gorgeous card back, I think. And this one arrived in pristine condition. So very happy to get it for one of the few that was reasonably priced by the scalpers. And here's the back of the card with all the normal warnings and so forth. And here we have the Incinerator Trooper listed, and given that it's a Walmart exclusive, for some reason they included around some of the others that are out recently. Luke Skywalker, ARC Trooper 5's Chirrut Imwe, and Hondo. I've got that wave at Collector Archive Services right now. And then Big Bad Toy Store recently shipped me Anakin, Obi-Wan, Darth Maul, and Wicket. So I don't know why they're kind of mixing up the waves there in terms of what they're showing. But I do have all of these at Collector Archive Services right now, believe it or not. Now this is VC177. One quick note on the card back is that the Walmart exclusive Din Djarin, the Mandalorian with the child, the early batches of this figure also had VC177 on the card. This is obviously incorrect, and it has been confirmed it's going to be corrected to be VC176. These are selling at a pretty big premium right now on eBay, going for anywhere from $75 to $125 US. I'm not sure if it's because the US has not received their batches yet, or if it's because people are hunting down this error card. The Incinerator Trooper is basically just a repaint of the 2019 release, VC140, the Rogue One Imperial Stormtrooper. Most people regard this version of the Stormtrooper as probably the best vintage collection mold to date. I actually have one graded by Collector Archive Services, so let's do a comparison now. Okay, so here we are. This is the Incinerator Trooper next to my graded by Collector Archive Services, the Rogue One Imperial Stormtrooper VC140. And, let's just do a quick comparison of the faces or the molds of the figures. So as you can see, it's the exact same figure with just a repaint. And I have to agree that this is definitely one of the best molded Stormtroopers out there. I've looked at some of the ones like even the Carbon Freeze Chamber exclusive, which I do have. It's just a slightly different mold. I like the Remnant Stormtrooper probably second behind this Rogue One, but essentially they just repainted with red highlights, added the shoulder pauldron with the webbing, and then obviously the accessory and the backpack are different, but it's pretty cool to see the two of these together. But this Rogue One Stormtrooper I got from, I believe, Dorkside Toys, and this one graded 85 plus. So VC140 Rogue One Imperial Stormtrooper, 85, 90, 90. There was just a little bit of card damage, I believe, towards the bottom. I still haven't figured out where it was, but I remember when I opened this thing that I kind of creased it just a little bit. So it was minor, but certainly not minor enough to take it off of a 90 grade overall. But it's okay. I don't mind. But these look really good together. This is all purely speculation on my part, but with Hasbro's success of the Retro Collection and the fact that they repainted a Retro Collection Stormtrooper as a Remnant Stormtrooper for the Disney Store exclusive Mandalorian version of Monopoly, it makes you wonder if they could repaint it again and make an Incinerator Trooper. They could do it pretty easily, I think, by just adding some red highlights and maybe a very crude flamethrower. We all know about the wave of Mandalorian Retro Collection figures coming out sometime early 2021, and I wonder if Hasbro was thinking about making a second wave and including this Incinerator Trooper as a repaint. And here we have VC177 next to some of the other exclusives that have come out recently. We got the carbonized Remnant Stormtrooper, also a Walmart exclusive. The Imperial Death Trooper, another Walmart exclusive, that's the carbonized. And then we got the Retro Collection Remnant Stormtrooper. I've already done a video on that one. You can find that one on my channel. But I guess where I'm going with this segment is anyone else sick? Is anyone else sick of the store exclusives? It is really frustrating, at least where I live. There is nothing in the stores. I went to Walmart every single day for about 10 days to try and find some of these store exclusives. Now, I'm excluding the Incinerator Trooper for this discussion. Obviously, that's not even out yet here in the U.S. They've delayed shipments, at least according to what I've read, for the U.S. Walmarts until late January. But these carbonized Stormtroopers have been out for a while now, and it's been really frustrating to try and find those without paying scalper prices. They just, you know, I've talked about this in live streams with Boss Bounty and with my recent one just yesterday with Only One Kenobi. But it just seems like I would love to know what the economics are for the store exclusives and what Walmart pays. I assume they pay Walmart, or excuse me, they pay Hasbro to have exclusive rights to some of these figures. I mean, all of these are Walmart exclusives. Is Walmart paying some kind of royalty fee to Hasbro? And I'm just throwing it out there. I want to better understand the economics behind why they do these store exclusives, and then the store exclusives are never on shelves. You know, it's just there's such limited inventory for these that you almost have to go to eBay scalpers. And I found the Remnant Stormtrooper and the Death Trooper and Cara Dune through eBay. A friend, Bounty Hunters Guild, got me the Mandalorian, but it's just really frustrating to try and find these store exclusives or these pack-in exclusives where you got to buy an entire game online, online on the Disney Store. And to me, I wonder what the profitability difference is, even if you charge slightly more for these non-exclusives to make the numbers work. I just don't know. I don't understand why they can't make these mass retail offerings and figure out a way to make up for that royalty payment through larger production volume. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe they just don't have the capacity at these factories to be able to pump these out in sufficient quantities, so they make up for it through these royalty agreements with Hasbro. Anyway, that's my rant on store exclusives. It's very frustrating. And that's not even talking about the 6-inch Mandalorian Credit Collection Black Series figures. I could not find those anywhere. It was really, really tough. The only one that I was able to find in stores was the Target exclusive Cara Dune. And for that one, they weren't even out on the shelves. I had to flirt mercilessly with a store employee that looked a little bit like a Wampa to convince her to go back there and find them for me. And luckily she found two, one for me, one for my buddy, that were in pretty mint shape. But man, the challenge of finding these figures and the depths that I will go to try and find them. I didn't even bother trying to get the Best Buy or Amazon exclusive Credit Collection Black Series figures because I knew that they would arrive damaged. Best Buy packs like junk, and Amazon does too. Sometimes they come in bags, sometimes they come in boxes. Sometimes they're stuffed in to a box, mangled by an employee that just doesn't care. So I decided to go ahead and go on eBay and pay scalper prices for the most part. Man, that felt really good to get that out of my system. But I hope that these store exclusives, whether it's Walmart or Amazon or Best Buy or Target or whoever it is, I just wish that they would actually have some product on shelves. And for those that actually ship it, when you pre-order it, that they start shipping the items with care. I would even pay more to have them ship it in some kind of star case, but I know that will never happen. But it is frustrating when you pre-order stuff and then you got to return half of it because the employees have completely damaged it. But anyway, that felt really good to get out of my system. Thank you for being my own personal therapist, and I look forward to being back soon.